Welcome to the Transum Podcast, a monthly roundup of the new features on the transum.org website, providing mathematical puzzles, games, learning activities, and the ever-popular mathematics lesson starter of the day. Here's your host, John Tranter.
Welcome for the 33rd time. Yes, this is podcast number 33 for August 2017. So a warm welcome wherever in the world you are, and at this time of year, those of you in the Northern Hemisphere are probably in the middle of your long summer holiday, while those down in the south, particularly Australia and New Zealand, where a lot of people access the transum.org website from, you're probably still hard at work at school. In fact, I can see I have... Google Analytics is a very useful program. Right on the screen right now, I've got a map of the world with little orange dots popping up every time somebody accesses Transum. So I can see very, very busy in New Zealand and Eastern Australia. Because, well, let's see, New Zealand's about 5 hours ahead of me. I'm here in Thailand at the moment. And the UK is 6 hours behind. So busy down under at the moment. And, well, this podcast is particularly focused on activities that children could be doing during the school holiday. So that's going to be the main theme of the podcast. But before I get into that, let's have the puzzle of the month. Here we go. I have randomly selected two different whole numbers. They aren't both odd. What is the probability that they are both even? So I've selected randomly two different whole numbers, and they're not both odd. So what's the probability that they are both even? As usual, the answer will be at the end of this podcast, after I tell you about the main theme today. So research indicates that by the end of the long summer holidays, pupils perform on average 1 month behind where they left off in the spring. The Transum website has plenty of suggestions for activities that will keep the children thinking mathematically while having fun and learning new skills. And I've put those together on a page with a nice simple link. It's transum.org/holiday. So if you go there, you'll see all the things that I'm about to talk about now, and of course all the links to the activities. So I've come up with a range of 20 different sort of packages, different ideas of things that children of different ages can be doing during the long holidays. Here we go. Number one, the most basic skill, well, not the most basic, but a very important one, as you all know, is knowing your times tables, your multiplication tables really well. And a particularly worthwhile activity would be to do a little bit of practice during the holidays. It only takes a short amount of time each day. So if children and parents work together on reminding each other when the practice needs to be, and I've just put up there 3 links to times tables ideas and activities on the Transum website. Number 2. Newspaper type puzzles. The newspapers that I see usually have a page with lots of different types of puzzles, crosswords and what have you. And of course the mathematical ones are very good for numeracy and problem solving skills. So the 3 I've linked to on the Transum website are Sujiko, Zygo, all these have got very strange names, and Online Sudoku. So they all end in O or U. Anyway, have a look at those newspaper type puzzles. I've put the link on that page, transum.org/holiday. Idea number 3 that I had was, well, older students will certainly want to use holiday time for exam preparation. So I've put a few links to help them. One to the weekly workout, which is the weekly workout is actually for students aiming at the top of the foundation, the core level of the GCSE or IGCSE. But there's also the higher level questions as well, lots and lots of them. So there's plenty of things to do, practicing exam style questions. But I've also put a link to exam objective checklists so that students can go through clicking on things that they are happy with, things that they need more help with, and sort of organise their revision. And finally, a little game called Formulae to Remember. And these are sort of area and circumference formulas that students are expected to remember for their exams. So that little package is exam preparation. Number 4, I've put mathematical magic, a little bit of fun over the holidays. There are 3 things that I've linked to on the Transom website where children can learn to do magic tricks with a sort of a mathematical method behind them. So the Mathemagic page actually has got lots of tricks on. Another one called Maths Mind Reader, which is really one that will wow anybody that hasn't seen it before. And taking a bit of artistic license for the third one, I've put the Magic Square Puzzle, which is not sort of magic, mystical magic, but it's, you know what the Magic Square is, and it's a good little puzzle to have a go at, and it can be extended as a larger investigation. Okay, number 5, go on a maths adventure. There are a couple of maths adventure games, Tran Towers and Tran Tunnels, on the website that take you through a building or a series of tunnels with puzzles on the way, and they're a bit of fun to have a go at if you've got a couple of hours free. And again, the link is on that page. Number 6, online board games. On the Transom website, there are some online version of traditional board games with a mathematical flavour, Mathopoly, Dumper Dice Race, and High-Low Predictions. So that's a bit of fun for the holidays. Number 7, I've called it Develop Your Memory, and there are some memory type activities which are very worthwhile doing in terms of preparing your brain for mathematics. There's the Kim's Game quiz, Mathematician Pairs, the pairs game, and an activity called Math to Pieces. So have a look at that. Number 8, searching for a strategy. There are some strategy games that I've linked to, NIM, Tantrum, and 15. And children can play against friends or brothers and sisters. Number 9, practical activities. Getting a bit of paper folding in here with kite maths, or making diagrams. Are they called diagrams? With tangram pieces? Or making shapes and pictures anyway. Making pictures from tangram pieces. That's a very practical activity. Number 10, computer games. There are 3 games that I've linked to with, again, a mathematical feel to them. Snooker Angles, Digital Darts, and Where's Wallaby? Computer games with maths principles behind them. Number 11, mathematical vocabulary and 3 word games, Shark's Dinner, Mathanagrams, and Wordles. Number 12, how about a quiz? And there are 3 quiz type activities, general knowledge, mystery numbers, and trivia. Number 13, another point of view, some very interesting optical illusions, mathematical optical illusions, and other things to do with views in this package. Number 14, trains, cars, and boats. If you haven't tried them yet, you must try the shunting puzzles, the car park puzzle, or the cliff diving monkeys. 3 sort of related activities which are lots of fun. Number 15, something that I'm quite keen on, is programs and codes. Obviously, programming, I need that to build the Transom website. So, as many people start their programming life with Logo, there's the online logo that the children can work on. But talking about codes, there's the Code Cracker, which is quite a substantial activity on the website. It took quite a long time to write, so that's why I think it's quite substantial. And the third thing in this little category is the Roman numerals jigsaw. That's quite an interesting thing, to brush up on your Roman numerals while doing the jigsaw. Number 16, amazing mazes. There's 3 maze activities. My favourite is bid maze, where you have to get from the entrance to the exit while doing various mathematical calculations on the way. Number 17, steady hand. 3 games that require fast reactions and quick thinking. Fizz Buzzer, that's the online version of the Fizz Buzz game. Tables Grab and What's-A-Do, which is actually quite hard. Number 18, arty maths. Okay, let's put some nice soothing music on. Let's have a quiet hour doing either the Mystic Rose investigation, which can produce some very beautiful patterns, tessellations, which again is very open-ended, and the Wordles activity. We're nearly there. Number 19, investigations. Traditional school investigations, but during the holidays you may have more time to work on them. So the 3 I put as examples are design a badge, dice investigation, and polygon areas. And finally, number 20, I've called it exercises, and the final suggestion is for pupils to be quite specific about their work they do during the holiday so that it closely matches the school curriculum and what they're doing in school. So the Transom website has a topics page for teachers and maths map for pupils to help them find the exercise that they're looking for. And also there are links to the national curriculum. That's another way of finding activities, going through the learning objectives of the national curriculum. And of course, there's the search box as well, so you could just type in what you're looking for and find it that way. So the links to all the things I've talked about are at transom.org/holiday.
You are listening to the Transom podcast. You can find Transom Mathematics at www.transom.org.
Finally, the answer to this month's puzzle. The incorrect answer is arrived at by thinking that there are 2 possibilities. The numbers could be both even or the numbers could be different. 2 possibilities would give the answer, the probability, as a half. But that's the wrong answer. The correct answer can be thought of as follows. There are, in fact, 3 equally likely outcomes if you know that 2 of them are not odd, or both of them are not odd. The 3 possibilities are, they could both be even, the largest number is odd and the smallest number is even, the largest number is even and the smallest number is odd, and there's the 3 equally likely possibilities. So the probability that both numbers are even is in fact 1/3. If you'd like to go over that a little more slowly, everything I've talked about in this podcast is in the newsletter. That's transom.org/newsletter. Enjoy August, whether you're on holiday or whether you're at school. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you for downloading and listening to the Transom podcast. You can find the website at www.transom.org, where you're welcome to use all of the activities absolutely free, or jump in with both feet and become a Transom subscriber.